Hello everybody, and welcome back to Was This Atlantis? I have to thank youtube.com/c/zero control, and you get to his Land Before Time project. He just did 2 videos on the Tibesti Mountains in chat, and I got fixated on one part of that. But before we get there, please remember Zero Control's channel and subscribe, and check out the direct information that he bestowed upon us. Okay, if you're not sure where Chad is, that's fine. You go to Africa and look at the Sahara Desert, and as you zoom in, you can see several mountain tops. The one that I'm looking at here is in Chad. They've got 2. There's very interesting stuff in here. Take a look at that. Look, what looks like a crater. However, up in Chad, there's a bunch of other circles that look like they're probably more volcanic. In fact, what looks like an active one. Or 2. There's another one out here. So there's a lot of weird activity going on here, and he went through it. There's all sorts of stuff. Look at these lines going around here. I've never seen a sand dune start south and end up like that. A pure arc. But I'm looking for man-made stuff. And when you zoom in, you can see this weird river coming out of there. And there's a lot of worked areas. And when you're nearby, you can see this. And this is even more interesting. It shows that when you see this, you also know that's worked. It looks like it's worked with water. It's been flooded. However, you see this weird, what looks like machining, but in a megalithic scale. Megalithic machining. You see it everywhere. These little bumps along the side of these canals that are also 90 degrees. Now this is perfectly north. So you've got this, looks like a man-made canal going perfectly north. And right next to it, another one going perfectly north-south. And the perfect 90-degree angle turn, it's just unnatural. Now you do see a lot of diagonal lines as well. If you look, you'll see they're mostly 45-degree angle. People look at this and they think that the canals are up above everything, but when you get in close and you turn it so the light is not against you, you can see these things. Like, that's the wrong way. Go this way. There we go. This one's kind of tough. You get in there though, you can see. And remember, these canals were carved through bedrock. So when I immediately moved into this thing, I noticed right away that, well, first of all, if you look at the compass, it's not aligned north, it's aligned northwest, but it's almost perfectly 45 degrees. Okay, so everything you're looking at is at a 45-degree angle. I'm just putting it up straight so you can see these 90-degree offshoots, these man-made tributaries. You start to really notice it when you look at the alignment. They put 2 in, then they go that direction. I mean, I just threw this together. Some of these things are not perfect. I just did it to highlight what's happening. But what you don't realize, and we can go there now, is that this has more than just that one spot. It goes on and on and on for the whole area. Let's go make it north. Let's take a quick look at 2D. And as I said, this river is kind of 45 degrees in general. So I could straighten that, and then we can look at all those lines. I want to look around more. Look over here. There's some stuff. These mountains, I call them the dribble mountains. I mean, some guy, they're about 2 miles long each. Somebody had a machine to just lay them in lines, and enough material is carried in that machine. Imagine a machine that could make a 2-mile long mountain. And then, of course, when you get into it, you can see that the land has been worked, and you start to see some straight lines carved through. This looks quite old, by the way, but you see the mountain here. That mountain has been worked through. So which is older, the mountain or the canal? That's another question that's been on my mind. But when you get in here, you can see all the work that's been done. And it's all about water, moving the water through. I know some people are looking at this saying, that look natural to me. I understand the hesitancy, but when you see the other pieces of land that haven't been touched, like here, or if you back out, you can see the smoother areas that have not been touched. I saw a bunch earlier I was going to show over here. You've got areas that have been worked and then areas that have been left alone. But you've got some type of a machine that went along this canal and made these little bumps and piles. Maybe those piles are the actual waste from the actual mining. I mean, when you go in here and you have north-south canals and east-west canals, and then you have all that work next to it. This is a 45-degree angle, right? It goes right there. It's 45 degrees, so it's northwest. And there are 3 parallel ones. That one looks like a ridge, but it's a canal. I mean, one of them measures at, let's get a long one, 1/3 of a mile. This part looks like it's been left alone. It's been worked a little bit. Something's gone on here. I mean, it seems like whenever a canal was needed, they put a canal through. The question is, what was going on here? Large scale. And I guess the question that comes into my head is, did the controlling of the water down here create this up here? Was this something that was already there, or was it actually created by the way the water was controlled?